The next thing I need you guys to remember is leaders never give up. It doesn't matter if you're in a basketball game and you're losing 30-3, you don't give up. No matter what. If you're a singer and nobody wants you to sing, continue singing. You don't give up because God is on your side. And when God is for you, who can be against you? Never, ever give up on anything. Any aspiration you have, any dream you have, never give up. The leader inside of you. This is my speech. The next thing I want everybody here to remember is you have to be honest with yourself. I said don't give up, but at the same time be a realist. If nobody wants you to sing, maybe you should ask yourself, can I really sing? Because there's no point in trying to sing if you can't sing. Remember, you can't be a millionaire without having a job. You have to be honest with yourself. The next thing everybody should remember is whenever you're faced with a situation, faced with adversive situations, you have to take your ego out of it. Ego causes 80% of problems and prevents 95% of solutions.
Explain that.
I think I just said something. I said ego causes 80% of problems and prevents 95% of solutions. In other words, when your ego is in a situation, you're not seeing anybody else's point of view. You're only seeing your own. And that causes conflict, that causes argument. And because your ego's in it, because you're only seeing your point of view, you're never going to get to a solution. If me and you are arguing and all I can see is me and you are never going to get to the bottom of what we have to deal with. And if all you're seeing is you, we'll never get to the bottom of it. Take your ego out of it. Now, I had earlier mentioned that a good leader serves. A good leader gives back to the community. One thing to always remember, what you give comes back to you. In church, pastor usually talks about tithing. You tithe every Sunday. 10%, so you still have 90. And that 10% God gives back to you. Whatever you give comes back to you. If you give community service to the community, then the community looks beautiful. And that will come back to you. In any way, shape, or form, it will come back to you. And it will be positive. It will benefit your life. Now, how many of you in here have tempers? Look around. I know a few of you in here, and I know a few more of you have tempers. I have a temper myself. If somebody pushes me, they're going to get pushed back. Let's be honest in here. The key thing to temper is being able to control it. Because when you're angry, that means somebody else is controlling you. Did anybody hear what I just said? When you're angry, somebody else is controlling you. That means don't get angry. I mean, it's hard. Let's be honest. It's hard. So if somebody walks up to you and they're in your face starting a conflict, you're going to get angry. But just because they walk up to you doesn't mean that you have to react. Because when you react, that person, boom, is controlling you. And they're controlling the outcome. Be the bigger person. It's okay to walk away. It's not making you a opponent. It's making you smart. Because you know what happens? They get mad. And when they get mad, that means you're controlling them. Now, wouldn't you rather be in control than have them in control? It makes life simpler. It makes the situation easier. It makes the outcome based on you. Now, what everybody in here should remember, if you don't get anything out of what I'm telling you, one thing I need you to remember, you become who you hang around. If you hang around a group of basketball players, you're probably going to start playing basketball. I'm not going to say you're going to be good, but you're going to pick up the basketball and you're probably going to start shooting.
Say great.
Another thing, if you're on the corner hanging out with a bunch of people that are selling drugs, what do you think you're going to start doing? You're either going to start smoking it, selling it, or you're going to be sitting in jail with them. You become who you hang around. Therefore, common sense says, surround yourself with people that are better than you, therefore you can become better. It may be hard, because your ego may want you to be with people less than you, so you can seem better. But always remember, you're trying to better yourself. Just because somebody's better than you, that gives you extra incentive to work to get to their level. Personally, I have my own business. I don't know if any of you guys know. My business is called Tavon's Lawn Care. And I talked to a businessman, and what he told me is he makes his job easier by hiring people smarter than him. So I took his advice, and I had my mom working, my brother's working. I hired people smarter than me to make my job easier. So if you surround yourself with people smarter than you, in return you're going to become smarter. However, if you surround yourself with people not as smart as you, let's use that word, not as smart, then guess what? you're probably not going to be as smart. Okay, so let me repeat that. If you want to be smart, be around people that's smart. One thing that my mother always told me is, if you're not helping, you're hurting. So I like that, but I'm going to flip it a little bit. I'm going to change it. I want to say, leaders, we're all leaders in here, right? Leaders contribute or they contaminate. If you're not contributing to the cause, you're making it worse. If you see a group of people coming about to fight and you walk in, you just made it worse. But if you walk away, then hold on, what do you... Maybe somebody sees you and they walk too. And then somebody sees two people walking and two more people walk. And then everybody, people fight for the crowd. If the whole crowd leaves, they're not going to fight. You either contribute or you contaminate. What side do you want to be on? What time am I at?
6 minutes.
Another key thing that everybody in here should do is learn another language. Great leaders are able to communicate with a lot of people. Me, myself, I can talk to people on the corner. I can talk to people in the church. Great leaders can talk to anybody. Learn another language. I know Spanish. Hola, ¿cómo está? Bien, too. I know Spanish. I took 2 years in Spanish. I'm not going to go over to Puerto Rico and be able to live there for a long time, but I know Spanish. Learn another language. Become fluent in another language. Because when you know another language, then you can then communicate with English people, Spanish people,
French,
bonjour. I know French too. You can communicate with a lot of different people. Therefore, making yourself well-rounded, therefore becoming a better leader for you and everybody around you.
Before you buy a used car, just say, "Show me the Carfax." Ask your dealer or go to Carfax.com.
Now, you guys might not want to hear this, but we're in church, I'm going to say it. To be a better leader, you have to build a better relationship with God. God is the ultimate leader. Therefore, if you want to be the best leader you can be, you have to put God in your life. I think I just said something. I come to church. I don't come every Sunday, but I come every other Sunday, if you know what I mean. Everybody that doesn't come to church, they always have a reason why. However, it doesn't matter your reason. Your reason is Satan giving you a reason. If you want to be the best leader you can be, I'm telling you right now, build a better relationship with God. Because the better your relationship is with God, the better leader you will be. God always is right. He always will give you a positive outlook. Therefore, with the better God, the better leader you can be. In conclusion, I want to wrap this up by saying, the leadership that you possess is your gift. You can use it however you want to use it. I've seen positive leaders, I've seen negative leaders, but leaders are leaders. I mean, if somebody can round up a group of people and they can start a business, that's positive. But their business can be selling drugs. That's negative. Leadership is always trying to benefit people. Our gift from God is leadership. How we use our leadership is how we give it back to God. Remember, leaders always give back. This is how you give back to God. What God has given you is not yours. Your time here on earth is not your time. Your time here on earth is what God has given you to benefit somebody else's life. I once heard a quote that says, if you're here on earth to make somebody's life better. No matter how hard your life is, some people have hard lives. No matter how hard your life is, somebody is doing worse. I went to the Dominican Republic myself. I've seen kids walk around butt naked because that's all they can do. I've seen kids with just shirts on. I've seen kids with no shoes. I've seen dogs, ribs. I've seen it all. No matter how hard your life is, somebody's life is worse. Therefore, I personally, no matter what it is, I'm willing to help. If I have 10 people in here who's willing to help the community by giving an hour, helping somebody learn, helping somebody learn how to read, community service, anything, please stand up. And I'm going to have to write like different things. And then at the end, I'm going to be like, everything I just said, I'm willing to do. If you guys are with me, I need you on the count of three. We're all just going to say leadership. 1, 2, 3. Leadership. We're all in here leaders. Let's use our leadership to benefit the community. Thank you.